Hello, everybody. My name is Mandy, and I am here to talk about parties on Instagram. Can they happen? Can they be successful? Yes, they can. And so, what we're going to talk about is just basically my formula, what I do, and what I consider to be useful things to have successful parties on Instagram. For me, I am not a Facebook girl. I never was. I don't really have people there. I'm not really, comfortable with all the things that go along with Facebook. I barely navigate enough on there to keep up with things. So for me, it was just if it was going to happen, if I was going to have parties, it was going to have to happen on Instagram. And so I figured out a way to take all the wonderful things that Rachel has taught us, all the other amazing things that the artists who are having their parties on Facebook are doing. And I sort of just translated it into what can happen on IG and made it work. So I feel my parties are very successful. I love doing them, which is one of the most important things. I still have fun. I've had dozens and dozens of them, and they're never getting old for me. I enjoy and I'm excited about each and every one. But the reason I think, is because I really am not trying to reinvent the wheel every time I have one. And I feel like when you do that, when you feel overwhelmed and feel like you have to think of new content, think, what am I going to do with this one? You know what I mean? That is, I think, when you it's easy to talk yourself out of it. So for me, I basically have a formula that I stick to. I don't deviate really from it. I may find new pictures or graphics that I like more than the ones I'm currently using, and I'll work those into the mix. But for the most part, I do the very same thing each and every week. So that makes it easy for me. And I do it almost on autopilot. I don't have to think about it. Now, let's just start off by saying I post myself all the things on there. I don't use an auto post app, but only because I don't have to. I have a little more free time, so it's not a burden for me. But if what's holding you back from doing parties is maybe because you don't have the time, you have little kids, or you have a full-time job, and you just don't have the freedom during the day to be able to post and do all the things that need to be done, then definitely take advantage of those outside apps. A couple of them I know some girls use that are Later, Later, and Hootsuite, which is Hootsuite. I think if that's what's holding you back, definitely implement those apps. I'm not sure how they work, but I don't believe they're difficult, but it posts for you. You tell it when to post, it does it for you. So you're not missing out on anything. Also, if you're someone who is holding back from doing parties on Instagram because you think it just sounds overwhelming, it sounds hard, I don't know if I'm brave enough, I'm kind of scared, I don't know if I know how to do it. If you are posting and if you are doing a live occasionally, you know what? You're already doing all the things needed for a party, because essentially all a party is a series of posting and a live. If you're already doing those things, you've already got it sewed up. You already know what to do. So don't let that stop you from having parties, because it's where it's at. So I'm just going to give you some tips on what I feel are things that are non-negotiable, that I'm not willing to ever stop doing, that are going to get me the party I want. So let's start with the obvious question I think a lot of people have. How do you get a hostess? If no one's coming to you and asking you to do a party, it could be because I don't know you're available to do it. So make sure that your followers know that a party is something you're definitely on board for. Okay, post about it, talk about it, get on and say, I'd love to do it. I'm ready. You know what I mean? Make sure they know that you are up for it. But if you're not getting people come to you, you need to go to them and ask. But you're not asking in a way where you're kind of begging. This is a gift you're giving them. So that's the mindset I want you to have going into it. Who do you ask? Look at your customers. Look at your customer orders. Who has ordered more than once? Who has come back for even a second time and ordered more product? Definitely who is ordering multiple times. Who is reaching out to you and telling you through a text or a DM, I love this product, I love this makeup. They're sending you pictures of themselves wearing it. These are people who obviously love this product. So what you're going to do is you're going to present a party to them like a gift, because you really are gifting them your time, your expertise. You are giving them a gift. You're not asking them to do you a favor. You're giving them a gift. So if you think about it that way, it's going to come across that way. Okay. So yes, obviously you benefit from it, but they benefit in a big way. They're going to get a basket of money handed them, hopefully, if it all goes well, and they can go on a shopping spree. How often does that happen in our life? Never, right? No one gives us money for stuff like that, just hands it to us. So have that in your mind. It's a gift you're going to give to your loyal customers, okay? And that's how you're going to present it. Once you have a hostess lined up and you have her on the books, on your calendar, literally get a calendar and make sure she's written in. What you need to have in place are a couple of videos that you have filmed and are ready. The first one I want you to have is a hostess video where the hostess is told and explained exactly what her role is, what she needs to be told. And I like it in a video because nothing gets conveyed right in a text, right? Nothing comes across like we really want it to, but when we can talk like this to her, you're going to be able to tell her exactly what you want to tell her in the way that you want her to understand it. So film a video, upload it to YouTube, have it just sitting there ready to give out to people when you want to. The video is going to explain to her what her part is, that she needs to round up all the people, start with a big number of people. Okay. That's maybe controversial, but this is how I function. If you start with 100 people inviting, half will accept. It's just the way it goes. I see it over and over again. This is the ratio. Half will accept, so now we're down to 50. Half of that will actually watch and participate in the party. About half of that may place an order. So at the end of the day, you start with 100, but you may be down to 10 or 12 orders by the time people actually start to order. So do you see why you have to start big? Explain that to her, and explain to her to cast the net wide in the matter of people she invites. Don't just invite young girls who you think are into makeup. She needs to invite all kinds, everybody, even the ones that she thinks she's never even seen wear makeup. Well, I can't invite her. I've never seen her wear makeup. Guess why? Guess why she's never worn makeup? Because she hadn't found anything yet that works for her. And she's watching these young YouTubers maybe, and she's thinking, I can't put makeup on like that. I don't know how. I need something simple. I need something easy, something for my skin and my age. Don't we have that solution? So invite the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, aunts, grandma that follow her. That's really important. Those are my best customers, I tell you what. So she needs to be told that. She needs to understand that every day she has to check in. She has to be active in the party, like the posts, comment on the posts. She needs to comment and react to every single person that comments on the post, because that takes time. And if they've taken the time to type out a comment, we need to reward that and validate that. So she has to do that. Check with her and make sure that the week you've chosen is a good week for her. If it's a week where she's moving, not a good time. If she's working a night shift that week and it's probably going to be sleeping all day, not a good time. So make sure she's just free that week. Make sure she's available. That's going to be explained in the video. If she has all that clear in her mind and she knows what she's getting into, she's going to be more of a hostess that's ready to work and ready to play her part in this. So that's one video you're going to have, okay? The second video you're going to have is a welcome video. This is a video you're going to film. Mine's about 9 minutes long, where I'm welcoming everybody. I'm on here. I'm excited. This is the first time they're going to see me. So you're going to have your makeup on. You're going to look pulled together, and you're going to be excited about the week. You're going to explain kind of how it's going to lay out, what they can expect to see. Tell them when the live is and the time. And then you're going to tell them your story. How did you find this makeup? What were the events that brought you to it? And whatever your story is, it doesn't matter. Don't think it's not interesting. You need to tell it. Tell her what the problems are it has solved for you. Tell them what the problems are it has solved for you. What has this makeup changed for you? I don't care if it's your skin's better. You can get ready now in 5 minutes. Include everything, because someone is going to feel like you did, and they need to hear this. Then talk about why you became an artist. What made you make that leap from customer to artist? Because you never know who's watching and listening to that and is looking for something, okay? So talk about all that. Again, my video is about 9 minutes. Take your time. Don't be in a rush. And then upload that to YouTube as well. There's a reason you're putting these videos in YouTube, and I'll explain that in a minute. The third video you're going to record is a what is 3D makeup video. or what is saint makeup. This is another video you're going to post on a different day where you're actually going to give them a little sneak peek. You're going to show them the makeup in your compacts, okay? You're going to show them a couple of brushes. You're going to explain the system of 3D makeup. You're going to talk about why cream is superior, okay? That video can also be about 7, 8 minutes. And that's going to be also kept on your phone, but stored in YouTube. Now, why are these videos put in YouTube? Here's why. The welcome video and the what is 3D makeup video can be given to people by the hostess who want to know about this makeup, who might want to join in, but are not on Instagram. And yes, this is an Instagram party, but she's going to have Aunt Judy, she's going to have Aunt Miriam, and she's going to have Mima, Gladys, that is not on social media, but they want to support her. They want to try this makeup, but they want to see what it is. Guess what? She can shoot those YouTube videos to her, and those 2 videos alone could easily be enough to get them interested, get them acquainted with what it's all about, and get them, you know, maybe texting you their picture for color matching. So that's why they're in YouTube, okay? So what do my parties look like? My parties start on a Wednesday and they go to Sunday. I do a 5-day party. Is that set in stone? No, but it's what I like. I want a Friday in there and I want a full weekend. Fridays are very good to have in there because it's a payday. Truth. And the weekends are good because when people work during the week, weekends sometimes are the time that they have to sit and scroll through Instagram and look at social media. So I like a full weekend. So they start on Wednesday, first thing in the morning, and on Sunday at 6 p.m. Okay. And how I post and do things is the same every day, or the same every week. I do this kind of formula. So when someone joins my IG page for parties, which I have made a separate page for parties on Instagram, it's all I use it for are my parties. And when one party's done, I wipe it clean and get it ready for my next one. So you're going to name it something that you want. I have the word party in mind, but you can name it what you want. But that way, that link can be given out to her party people along with a message, an invite message that you are going to word and give to her. The reason I word it is because I want the excitement level to be high, and not that I don't trust my hostess to say the right thing, but I don't trust my hostess to say the right thing. It's truth. I want certain ideas conveyed, okay? I want it to be high level excitement. I want it to sound, and she of course agrees with what I'm saying, but it's, you know, a message like, hi, I just wanted to invite you to a really fun Instagram party I'm having. It's all going to be virtual. And you're going to get to see a makeup that I have found recently that has absolutely changed everything for me. I am so in love with it, and I want all my friends to know about it. The message is basically like that. It explains that they can join now, but the party starts Wednesday. All they have to do is follow and watch. But if they would comment and participate, that makes it fun for everybody, that kind of thing. What I don't want a message to say is something like, hi, I don't know if you are really into makeup or not, but I'm going to have this thing on Instagram. And if you want to come and watch, you know, that might be great. No pressure. You don't have to buy anything. Who would join that? I wouldn't if I got that message. So I want the message to be like I want it to be. And trust me, my hostesses are happy not to have to think of it themselves. So they individually shoot that message and my IG link out individually to each person. Okay, there is no shortcut around this. There's no mass texting. There's no group messaging, no group texting. This is like a invitation to a wedding coming to you in the mail. That means they want you there. If I just see a wedding invitation posted on someone's social media, would they care if I went? Would they notice if I didn't? That's how I feel about personal messages. And every successful party is going to start there, with each person feeling like they are wanted and expected to be there. Okay. So personal messages only, by either texting or direct messaging. Okay. So when somebody joins my private page, I keep mine private to keep my hostess and my invitees feeling safe, like no one's going to intrude. There's 2 things waiting for them to see. So they start arriving on Sunday, Monday. That's the earliest I want them invited, because if you invite them 2 weeks before, they forgot. And then you show up on their feed on Wednesday and they're like, wait, who's this? Who's that girl? I don't know her. They forgot they joined this thing 2 weeks ago. So Sunday, Monday at the earliest. There's 2 pictures waiting for them. One of them is a picture of me that I made on Canva with just kind of smiling, holding my makeup brush. I'm kind of like this. I'll just show you. I'm kind of like this. Not quite as cheesy. And it says, welcome, gorgeous. And in my comments, I just welcome them. I mentioned the hostess name. Sally and I are so happy you're here. Stay tuned. We've got so many amazing things to show you. Be back here on Wednesday. That's there. And then I have Kara's kind of cool warehouse video. If you don't know what that is, check with your upline. I'm sure she can help you get a hold of it. But it's like one of my favorite videos. It's an old one, oldie but a goodie, but it's her in a warehouse talking about why she made this makeup. Why was there a need for this product? And I just think the whole vibe of the video is cool. It's only like a minute long. So those 2 things are in the feed as soon as they are led into that party. So there's something for them to see before Wednesday, okay? So Wednesday morning comes, the first video I upload is the welcome video in stories, okay? That goes right into stories. Then I start talking about, on Wednesday, the problem we all have with makeup today. What is the problem? We have too much of it. It doesn't work for us. We struggle with it. So you kind of are using things like that. For example, the video of the giant caboodle of makeup where it's all transformed into a case. That one I put there. I've got a video of a girl wandering around Sephora with her eyes closed and she's just touching products. And at the end, that's what she has to put on. And it looks like a wreck, but it's hilarious. And so it gives a lightness and a fun vibe to the party. But my comment on that picture is, have you ever felt this way? Like when you go into a makeup store, you're kind of going in blind? I sure did. So there's that. I do the comparison of ingredients, you know, those graphics, Saint versus Bare Minerals, Saint versus Chanel, with all the ingredients list where we have this much and they have this much. That actually is very powerful for people to see because they don't realize it. They think because it says Bare Minerals, it's all good. And it's all minimal. It's not. It's got a paragraph this big. So those are the things I'm posting on Wednesday. I'm reminding them of the issues, not making issues that aren't there, but I'm just reminding them of some of the issues that we currently have in the makeup industry and why a lot of it doesn't work, right? Okay, so that's Wednesday. Always starting day 1, are you posting the graphic on how to take a color matching selfie? That gets posted every day of the party because people need to be reminded. And if they see it every day, it will help. And also people will join this party throughout the week. You'll get people who just didn't notice that they got invited to something. So you'll get people, you know, wanting to come in and you let them in all throughout the week. So if they don't go back and check from the beginning of the party, what you posted, at least they can now see everything that you post from there on out. So color matching selfie, whatever one you like the best, every day. One day I put it in stories, one day I put it in the feed. I go back and forth because as we all know, with social media, there's times where people only will look at stories, or that's just what they prefer, or there'll be some people that just look at the feed. So I kind of try to alternate what I'm showing in my stories and in my feed. Thursday is my pictures of the product day. So it's the what is highlight, what is contour, what is lip and cheek. And every time I post that picture, I follow it about an hour later. So just so you know, I post about 6-7 pics a day, 6 or 7 graphics every day, and something in my story. I post a series of before and afters. Pick great before and afters. I'm not saying they all need to look like Victoria's Secret models. In fact, purposely don't get pictures where they all look like Victoria's Secret models and I'll have these amazing afters that are so good they look touched up, okay? But you want them to be good and crisp and clear. That's what I mean. Nothing grainy, nothing fuzzy. You want good quality pictures. That's what I'm trying to say. But they need to be of all ages. They need to be of all colors. And they need to be of all skin types and all methods of application. So put those full face glamour extra girls on there. Also put the 50-somethings on there who just want their skin to look beautiful, okay? So you've got to really take the time, and I know you have them in your phone because we always screenshot those great before and afters when we see them, and make sure that you have a variety. That will ensure that you are going to have something for everybody, okay? And go up as old as you can, okay? So that's going to be, I post probably 3 or 4 sets of those before and afters on Thursday, always following the what is highlight, what is contour, what is lip and cheek, show the brushes, show the compacts. Okay, so you're showing them products on Thursday. I also post my graphic for my party. I do one game in my party. I would do 0 games, but I would be considered a Scrooge. I'm not here to play games or give things away, but I do see the value in at least one. So I do a bingo game, which you probably have seen that graphic. It's got 1 through 36 with pictures of makeup. The pictures of the makeup mean nothing, but they choose 5 numbers. They post them in the post. They have to do this part or they don't qualify to play. It keeps them paying attention to the game. Or to the party, sorry. You're doing this to engage them and keep them interested in watching what you're doing. So the instructions are put your 5 numbers below, also write them down on a piece of paper because you're going to need that later. And then during my live on Friday night, I will call numbers throughout the live. Yes, you do it throughout the live. You do not do it all at once because people will show up just for that. If they're going to win a prize from me, guess what? They have to watch me put the makeup on. So you string it out throughout the live. Trust me, it works. You call like 4 or 5 numbers at a time, go back to your makeup. Call 4 or 5 numbers, go back to your makeup. They're going to watch me put this makeup on. Because I tell you what, girls, if you get them to the live, you got them. You got them because you know how powerful it is to watch this makeup go on and how easy and beautiful it is. So you just got to get them there to that live. My lives are always at the same time unless there is a time zone issue. So in other words, I'm in California. If all my girls are back east, I'm not going to stick to my regular time of 7 because that's 10 o'clock their time. I'm going to move it up a little bit to 4:30 or 5. But you got to work that out with your hostess and find out where the majority of the people are. If they're from all different time zones, you just got to find it in the middle and figure out, what the best one is. Also, just remind everybody that, it's going to be saved to IGTV. Your live always saved to IGTV, so it stays in your feed so people can go back and watch it that maybe couldn't that night or it was too late for them or whatever. And I tell you what, I get a lot of people rewatch it. Just because during they might be distracted, might be dinner time or whatever, but they go back and watch. So super important. Don't mess that part up. It's like that scary time when you've ended the party, but the live, but you got to save it. Just don't get distracted when you're doing that. Cause when it's gone forever. Okay. So Thursday you posted that party graphic. They participated in that. And then now we're at Friday. Friday, you're reminding them the live time. You're going to do that a couple times that day because people just have to be reminded several times. They forget we're busy, right? Life gets in the way. So the goal now is for Friday night to get everybody there. Friday is also a day I post a lot of testimonials. So when people are texting you how they feel about the makeup, I don't care if it's 2 sentences, screenshot it, save it. Keep it in your phone. Those are powerful. Those are your Amazon reviews. And when I post those reviews, I'll do like 10 at a time and I'll say, who buys anything off Amazon or anything online or anything new without reading reviews? I sure don't. Here you go. Here's your reviews on this makeup. They're powerful because these are real people who are really wearing this product and this is how they really feel about it. So that I post a lot of those on Friday. I think it kind of gets people excited about the live. You're going to post the color match selfie again on Friday. So that's kind of Friday. And then you have your live, you have your, you're putting your makeup on, you have your game. That's done. Usually an hour is what I try to keep mine to. And I'm pressed. I'm talking a lot. Like you'd be surprised how hard pressed for time you are to get that all wrapped up in an hour. At least I am with the game and everything. And I take my time explaining the makeup. That's why they're there. So I don't rush through it. And hopefully you get lots of people, asking questions. Encourage that. Some people, it's easy to hang back. And especially with Instagram, it's definitely a voyeuristic. Hang back, don't participate is very easy. So if you can encourage them to ask questions, that might help. One thing that is actually I do all the time if I feel like my party numbers are small, and this was something that has been recommended by a lot of girls who do Facebook parties who are very successful, like Kat, is get a hype crew. Get your girls that are on your team that you're close with and say, hey, I've only got, I think, about 10 people that are going to jump on this party tonight, and they haven't uttered a word all week. Can you jump on and be my hype crew? What is your hype crew? It's the girls who are going to get on here and get the crowd pumped up, right? They're going to be commenting. They're going to talk about the colors you're using. Oh, I love sandstone. That is like my favorite go-to blush color. And that what that does is it then breaks the ice, and it silences the crickets. And it gives people a pass to start engaging and talking. So that is what your hype crew. So get 2 or 3 girls on. That's what a team is all about. That's the beauty of us having a team, is you have those girls who are there for you, who will do it with you. So get them on if you feel like it's going to be a quiet party. I've done it several times and it's great. And even if it still stays quiet with your guests, you and your girls have a great time. And you're still showing people the product. They're just being quiet. Here's what I want you to think about when it comes to these parties. Do not equate activity on your posts to how this party is going to play out, okay? There is not necessarily a direct correlation. What I'm saying is, if you're posting and you have 2 or 3 people liking the posts and maybe nobody commenting on the post except for your hostess, that doesn't mean a thing, okay? So don't let that worry you. I've had that happen many, many times. I've then still had a $2,000 party. So some people, think about all the stuff you look at on Instagram and don't comment or like. Doesn't mean you're not seeing it. Doesn't mean you're not even enjoying what you're seeing. You're just hanging back. So don't get worried when you're not seeing people liking the pictures. Doesn't mean a thing. Doesn't mean a thing. You still could have a lot of people place orders. So don't worry about that, okay? So now we're at Saturday. You reminded them Friday night before you signed off that tomorrow the sun will be up, natural lighting will be available, and you want their faces. Send me your faces for color matching. And hopefully Saturday, that's what you'll be doing. I still do post a little bit Saturday, and it kind of depends on how the party's going. I may jump on live and talk about something if I'm not getting a lot of activity. I may bring out more before and afters if I'm not getting any color matches. So Saturday's a good day to gauge what you need to do. Start throwing everything at them if you're not getting a lot of activity. But a lot of times, Saturday, I'm spending color matching, which is ultimately the goal, right? They've seen you put this makeup on. Now they're willing to trust you with their face, okay? And then and I post a skincare tutorial in my story. So I've got a video saved that I did a long time ago where I'm in the bathroom. I take the makeup off. They see how amazing the milk system is. I put that in my stories. And actually, I've had people just buy the skincare in a party, which is fine by me. But I do that on Saturday, kind of Saturday evening, I do that. And then Sunday is about the last day. Again, what's happening in the party? Look at it. Are you getting any orders? How close are you to your goal that you maybe had for yourself and your hostess? Everybody's goal is different. I have mine. You may have yours. I'll tell you mine. Mine's minimum $1,000. And the only reason I do that is because I know I can get there and I know what it takes to get there. So if I'm hovering around the $800 mark on Sunday, I'm going to come in with the big guns. I'm going to get on here again. I'm going to talk about how Sally is so close to her goal. She had a goal for herself and I had one for her, and she is so close to it. I start kissing grannies and babies. You know what I mean? Because I want this for her. So don't be scared to get on again, even if you weren't planning to bring out the big guns, okay? Nothing wrong with that. No shame in that game. And then it wraps up Sunday at 6. So it's a progression of things. You know, you show the problem, you solve the problem. You start out with reminding them what the problem is with the current makeup industry, and then throughout that week, you are showing them you have the solutions to their makeup, their time issues, coverage, skincare. You have all the answers, so to speak. So that's what you're showing them. And at the end of the day, again, it is just a progression of posting and you getting on and talking, and you are essentially doing that anyway in your business, I assume, right? So that's all you're doing in a party. So parties should not have this scary, overwhelming stigma like they're just so hard. I'll tell you, when I did my first party, I was the anti-party girl. When I joined this company, I was never going to do a party. This was not my first, direct sales. I had done all the parties with the other ones years ago. And when I said I was never going to do another direct sales again, I was done with it. But then this brought me out of retirement because of a love of a makeup. And I had a customer beg me to give her a party. We were already in pandemic and obviously couldn't do it at home. And I was trying to figure out how to do it on Instagram. I basically made it up every day as I went. I had no idea what I was doing. I had never been to a Facebook party. I did look at Rachel's manifesto of party instructions, and I kind of figured out by looking at what she was training her girls to do on Facebook, what I could do on Instagram. But I literally made it up every day as I went. I had no plan. So that's the reason I'm telling you this, is because that's all it is. It's just everyday posting, and then you get on and do a live. So you guys can do this. I'm telling you, parties are where it's at. If you don't make them harder than they have to be, you will be eager to do them and eager to do them often, and they will never get old. I still have fun. I've been doing them for a year and a half. I've only had about 5 weeks in a year and a half almost that I have not had a party. And I'm okay with that. I absolutely love it. It has saved me during quarantine. It has given me something to do, but I trust me, even once things are looser and more open and I could even go to someone's house, I enjoy these so much. Yes, I miss putting makeup on people's faces, as a lot of us do, but the virtual Instagram party, the virtual Facebook party is a winning situation. I mean, it really is a legit thing, and it works for everybody. And it really is great for people who don't want to leave their home, who don't want to get a sitter, who are happier doing it here. Maybe they have, crowd issues or social anxiety. This is perfect. And I say that when I get on, I say, this is like the best party ever. You are probably either, if you're watching this in the morning, you're drinking a cup of coffee. If it's evening, you have a glass of wine and no bra. If you had to come to someone's house, you'd have to put a bra on and shoes and get fixed up. So I make light of the situation that we can do it in a situation like this, and it can still be amazing or even better. So I hope this has helped. I appreciate Rachel for allowing me to get on here and talk about something that I am so passionate about, because it absolutely turned my business around. I'm telling you, when I don't have a party, I feel it in my pocketbook, and it's turned everything around for me as far as my business. And so if you're not doing them, get on it. Get on it, offer it to somebody like a gift, a loyal customer, someone who buys from you over and over again. Present it that way, and it will be completely different. And I think that you're going to get hooked. I promise. When you do one, you are hooked and you want them over and over again. So thank you for watching. Implement these ideas, cater them to your own style. Make it your own, make it easy for you and comfortable, because the goal is to do them over and over again. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching.